And we are live. The boys are seated for more hoops talk. My name is Slimo. I'm joined by Jay, Teddy, and they're returning. I want to make a call out. Say, if it was a boy, if it was.
He said when they give out Jesse, you go feel play the shallow.
But tell yourselves, you're welcome back. We can't have interesting session here today. Today we enter classroom because we can't do the grading system. We're about to grade some of the Eastern Conference teams. We'll be breaking them in two parts and then grading how their performances have been so far. And it promises to be a very interesting episode because some of the teams we haven't touched on them on Prrrr before, but of course we use this opportunity to touch on them. Let's kick things right off the bat. Let's start with the Orlando Magic, the impressive Orlando Magic. What have you made of the Orlando Magic season so far?
Oh, for Orlando, the expectation and where they are now, I think they've met it. Because I don't expect them to be in the first three standings. Where they are is good. And in terms of defense, this season, they've been good on defense. Jalen Sachs, Jonathan Isaac, Anthony Black, Coach Mosley, Betaze.
But do you think they've pushed above their weight?
They have, because I think they met Celtics and then they were amazed. They won the first two meetings and then
Celtics do you think they have a playoff series victory in them?
Please. Oh, no. But they are really winning games with their defensive identity. They are playing very good defense as a unit, and then individually too. Some of their guys have taken the leap. You look at Bankero is an all-star. Franz Wagner is right there with
borderline all-star.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So like they have a very good roster, but I feel like they still have to fix their point guard. Position.
It's like they rotate too much.
Anthony Black, Jalen Sachs. I don't think those guys are legit. Playoff type points.
So if we had to give them a grade, where do we stand?
I will give them D.
A D.
Somebody where they almost last season.
Okay, a C.
Orlando Magic they be. They 4-4.
I think a B is fine.
Somebody where they last. Where can they 4?
No, for me. Okay, fine. We are talking about the regular season. Okay,
exactly.
B. Okay,
because we didn't expect much of them, and they've pushed above their weight too.
No expectations.
So I think
Bankero is an all-star too. So
then they're like 3 games behind the third spot.
Exactly.
So
I think the B is all right. The guys are giving them a B. Let's move to one of the teams struggling. They created a record this year, one of the rest records in the NBA. The Detroit Pistons.
Pistons, I really get soft spots for them because most of my favorite players did that team.
Simeone
Fontenot. Oh, that guy be crazy. Only BBI or basketball court.
Oh no, but for them, I don't know what they do because if you watch them, this isn't like you said. West, what was the name?
The longest record, 27 game losing streak.
And I don't know what they are doing. If they are building or they are trying to bring in people to come and help because the kid Cunningham they play, but he did struggle. He needs help. Maybe during to get in moments, but for now they are one of the worst teams. Very, 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 very bad team.
What they tell me be say if you they rebuild, they bring in young guys, make them try get minutes and grow them a game. But you go bring in young guys, and you start go bring in vets. We go take minutes away from the kiddies. You draft Jalen Duren. You be 19-year-old, you be a franchise big man. Then go bring Marvin Bagley on some high contract. Then Sana can't take minutes from the kiddie. Then they feel they develop. One of the biggest problems then gets be them a defense. I don't know if it's because of their youth and then experience. The defense is very, very bad. They just don't know how to win basketball games. I feel like they've not really drafted well lately because they pick Cunningham.
I've seen a lot of the negative aspects, but nobody has mentioned Coach Monty Williams.
The only positive thing about the Pistons team is they are still young. And
exactly.
most of the guys are on rookie contracts. But system
But I think they still have like an upside because apart from Kate Cunningham, they have Jaden Ivey, who's very good. So I don't know who said they didn't draft well. They've drafted well, because but I think
most of the prospects be very raw.
They also had a very bad pick. Killian Hayes
he be jobless. Most of the prospects be very raw.
Oh yeah, but I think they'll be good. I mean, them and I guess when they drafted Jokic, they never knew. They never looked like.
But what grade are we settling on for the
F.
No, I don't think it's an F because we didn't expect them to be good.
No, it's an F.
Exactly.
Because the record
at least the rebuild should be decent enough. If they lose 27 straight games,
with the addition of the coach, we expected more.
Coach Yaman is 60 million.
So we settle on an F.
Bibo Mutehag.
But let's go to one of the more surprising teams. One team that has impressed me, and I don't know if they've impressed the guys as well. The New York Knicks. I think they've been very good this year. Jalen Brunson. If he's not an All NBA guy this year,
I don't know what
you're doing. Exactly.
All NBA for sure.
Stretch.
No,
it's not. All NBA for sure. Legit. All NBA guy. 26 and 6. Nancy, I give some back-to-back 40. Don't give Sacramento 40. Way be like yesterday, also he give somebody 40. So
you see, what did it tickle me? Me mostly the difference did it tickle me. Where they get OG, then get Chua, then get Josh Hart,
Julius
then get
the defense.
You see, if they miss
somebody out,
if they meet wings or good players, they go then get different bodies options. Then we throw they will throw OG, then we throw Chua. Then they like get different options on defense.
Then get serious playoff rotation, and then the roster is filled with guys who can just do it all.
Yes,
I don't know what
offense and defense.
See, as 19 rebounds.
Everything.
Charlie, the rebounding numbers.
Everything.
I
like the way the whole city of New York has rallied around Jalen Brunson.
I mean, they have to know.
He's the guy. Right now, it'll be like Fire Kofi. He's the guy.
He's the
closer.
But they can do something.
They know the
way. I think the turning point for the Knicks was, even though they were winning before, that trade they made for Anunoby was excellent. His fit.
And Moku just think about the fact they've not really added Bogey to the rotation.
Oh yeah, he's still getting there.
Bench where Alec Bex.
Bex is actually born.
So what are we giving the Knicks?
B.
Knicks B be fine.
The B is fine.
B is strong.
Because last year they were in the second round there. And right now they are looking like if go conference finals.
Moku move on there. Moku go Tyrese Haliburton in City. Indiana Pacers, they look like a very good team at the start of the season. Then right now they're in fraud with small. So they're a very confusing team. Let's dissect Tyrese Haliburton and his City. They got Pascal Siakam and they've kind of dipped. I don't understand why that's happening, but do you feel like maybe because they've not had too much time together?
What they worry then be the team peak to me at the wrong time. Season is starting and we were just running and gunning. 150.
Exactly. And every single time they're scoring so many
everybody figured Haliburton was the head of the snake. You don't allow him to push the ball. The offensive numbers have dropped. And then they added Pascal to be like somebody will go feel help Haliburton
make it close.
Make it close
and
games.
then also help
Haliburton Mathurin has me out, and if not really shot the 3 points well lately, Haliburton in numbers really dip. Like then you have some insanity right now.
But I think after he went through the injury, that's what's maybe causing him to dip in the form.
My type of game be mostly is the pace. It's all pace. When maybe you score on offense, they don't make you settle on defense, and then they are just running and gunning.
And they talk say because they are young and they are energetic because we'll be topping you. They feel the jump from somewhere.
And then I think maybe adding Siakam was like a downgrade for them in the sense where, because I'm not saying he's a bad player, but when Siakam is not that guy who moves with pace, he's not known for pace. So when maybe you are moving with pace and then you give the ball to him,
it's a bad fit.
It's not a bad fit, but he slows the game for them, and that is not their style. That's not their style.
If you look at what he wants to do on offense, he's not the guy to.
Yes,
but you see, the rate at which Indiana started, I don't blame them for trading for Siakam because it felt like at that point, if they add that secondary piece, it could be a good player.
It wasn't going to move the needle in this Eastern Conference. No, because you know if you tell me say,
but the East is open apart from the Celtics.
Apart from the Celtics, it's wide open.
It's open till it gets to where we are playing real basketball and it's closed.
But they
because you know if you tell me say, if you reach April, May, June,
this is the ship back.
It be regular season basketball. If you reach April, May, June, it will be different basketball.
What grade are we giving the Indiana Pacers?
Pacers memo almost C. Almost strong C. They can't giddy too much.
Strong C.
Pacers then be like Girona. Giddy.
Hey.
Right now the team makes serious. We know
let's move on to the Toronto Raptors, another disappointing team. After the Siakam trade, they've fallen off a cliff. Really bad.
I've always said that I don't know what they've seen in Scotty Barnes, that they're trying to build a team around Scotty Barnes. I don't see it. When I see it, I'll let them know.
Said he's the best player.
No, cause see, we know you traded Scotty Barnes. You traded Siakam to give the team to Scotty Barnes, traded Van Vliet, Lowry went, and now the team is for Scotty Barnes. You have RJ Barrett, you have Emmanuel quickly. We're not seeing anything.
It's just his first year.
When someone is a first option on the team, you should see it. It should be evident.
What do they fail to understand? Be the way his game is built. His game is not built to be a number one.
Exactly.
He's supposed to be a Robin.
Be some jack of all trades. We no get strength of basketball inside because his first season.
But he hasn't peaked yet.
In first, but
he was a rookie of the year.
Great defender.
In first 2 seasons, he played all 5 positions, even till date. One thing where they strike me about them, roster imbalance, we see they have a group of players who will be 6'8", 6'9", 6'6", 6'7". They're like them all be the same type of players, like the same RJ Barrett, Scotty Barnes, like them be the same group of players.
Big bodies for.
They don't really do they don't really stand out with anything. They know what they see. Just
they're all average players.
They more be a bit of average.
They're Toronto boys. We're great Toronto to get for now.
D minus.
Because at the start of the season, the expectations were good because of how Scottie Barnes played last year.
And even with the addition of RJ Seferi, we thought, or even quickly, because quickly was one of the best players
on the Knicks.
One of the
from the
best
bench
man from New York. And I think last season, in the playoffs, he flopped, so they traded him. I thought maybe this would be a redemption season, but
where you make some good points about what they see about Scottie Barnes. Honestly, to me, he's a good player.
He's very good. I'm not saying he's not good, but
he's a good NBA player. But
as a number one option,
build an organization.
Rookie of the year.
I think
it's too much.
For sure, this Scottie Barnes conversation, we definitely go have them. Let's move over to the exciting teams, but they're also not performing well. The Charlotte Hornets drafted Brandon Miller last year, and of course, it's getting exciting. But with the injuries to LaMelo Ball, they are not winning games. We didn't expect much from them, but with Brandon Miller, are you happy with their development?
No. Their development has been too slow. I mean, with the addition of Brandon, he's been good. But I mean, at this stage, we expected more from them.
But will you give them a pass because LaMelo is hit? But he has not been able to unlock.
But we they forget coming into the season, what they had to address was they needed wings.
Exactly.
They drafted Miller. Season starts now. Mark Williams, he had back surgery. No, Mark Williams is their rim protector. He's a rebound. That's everything for them. He was out. What he killed them with that Miles Bridges in that guy does a lot.
I think he has not come back the same. He's not been the same.
And then LaMelo Ball has been out too. So it's more of phase one of the whole.
And they have a bad coach.
Brandon. Steve Clifford is not really a bad coach, but what they tell me, say, say he be defensive coach.
Minded.
When he now come out can talk say his team is not talented enough. That be very insulting, but to some extent, it be very right.
But they add Grant Williams, who have assisted
Grant Williams was a basketball player.
But at least when he came, they started winning some kind of games.
But I think for them, the upside is they've got two like legit guys that who can go to exactly in LaMelo and then Brandon Miller. So what grade are we giving the Charlotte Hornets?
D because they've not been impressive.
Strong.
They've not even had a stretch where they look like
maybe
actually
10 games stretch. They've not had that.
But after they traded for Grant Williams, they won like 4 games.
4 games in a row. 4 games in a row.
Give us some small hope. So
the 4 games in a row, he beat on him fellow bad teams, Pistons, Wizards.
At least we'll take it for now. The guys are giving them a D. Let's go to the final 2 teams for this one. I think that will spark more controversy. The Philadelphia 76ers with former MVP Joel Embiid was the front runner for the MVP till he went down with the injury. Maxey has been an all-star this year, taking his game to a different level. They traded for Buddy Hield and they're doing something different now. Why will you consider the whole Philly season in general for how they've played this year? Okay, so Philly, they started very well. Embiid was doing his thing and then he went out. But coming into the season, I don't think anyone expected Philly to be like, say, a dark horse championship contender.
No.
What?
They were.
If we are being serious, you know, go fit tell me say in a playoff setup you want to win with Embiid, Maxey, and Tobias.
No, but wait, too. Everybody expected the Philadelphia 76ers to at least be a 3 seed, after Bucks,
and then they lost Embiid, right?
Exactly. So that's when the expectations dropped.
Yeah, that's when.
And then when they lost Embiid, they've not really been able to like get that production because Tobias Harris, just can't he's not done anything. Oh no, it's serious. Like ever since Embiid went down,
Tobias, he has always been a fraud. Tobias has always been a fraud.
Oh, Charlie, as a Clippers, they no be fraud.
Oh no, for 6 years he has always been a fraud. Because anytime Embiid go put up numbers, Maxey go put up numbers. Now you need the third option to put up the numbers, and he's not around. But for me now,
I should say Jimmy Butler go agree.
Even though the season of the go off for them, I feel like Maxey in development. This is the time.
Injury crippled them too. Yeah.
For more like some now,
he'll be back.
Now you gonna know how to lead the team.
Oh, they said he'll be back.
Is there any possibility where Embiid comes back and all of a sudden, like they'll make a great playoff? Because without Embiid, we know that maybe at best.
I don't think Embiid's return will skyrocket the Sixers to some kind of.
Are you sure?
Championship. I'm talking about
championship or like dark horse.
Not going to the first round to go and beat Chicago Bulls. No, we there go score Chicago Bulls. I talk about
Charlie.
No. I talk about like championship level basketball where Sixers they up there with Bucks, Knicks. Then no. But if Embiid come at least
Oh no, but we know say if Embiid coming back won't be a healthy Embiid.
But you know go push them.
Go down.
No.
We no go push them because obviously he's
When they
coming up with an injury.
What to be painful be say like the schedule to difficulty they go high. I think they have the second most difficult schedule behind Phoenix, so it doesn't get
and they're in that top spot where a lot of those teams are fighting for those spots. So what grade do you think is the best for the Philadelphia?
For Embiid,
I think SC is normal. Because even without Embiid, Charlie Maxey sometimes they really try, but the yield hasn't been bad since coming in. I think it's okay. Let's end things with the team who had extremely high expectations. For the seeding side of things, I think they've done well, but the Milwaukee Bucks traded for Damian Lillard. Everybody was salivating over Dame and then Giannis, the duo who are supposed to do great things. For now, it hasn't looked as great as it should be. They've also sacked their coach and now they've gotten Doc Rivers. I want to start with you with this one. Milwaukee Bucks, have you been impressed with what you've seen?
I was impressed when the season began because even though, you see, a mark of a good team is that even though when you don't play well, you still manage to win games. Because in the playoffs, you don't always expect yourself to have a good game in shooting a high percentage from three and all of that. But they weren't playing so good on defense, but their record was very, very good. It was very respectable, right? And they still fired their coach. And what even pisses me off is that their advisor was Doc Rivers. So how do you get a coach?
Actually, they went to Doc to seek advice.
That's so easy. So I'm coming to just get this point right too. The advisor to the coach who you sacked was Doc Rivers, and you are saying the coach wasn't doing well. So the person who advised him, you went to pick the person who was advising that coach that wasn't doing well.
Coming into the season, they could have easily hired Doc too.
Exactly.
Because he was available.
Exactly. So with the Pacers, I think with the addition of Damian Lillard, of late with Bucks, of late you see that they are really picking stride.
Right.
After the All-Star game, I mean they've been so good.
And Middleton is
back. He dropped 22 points yesterday.
He's back. I mean, if you watch that game, he looks like he hasn't even missed a step. Like the 10-around jump shots on point, the hezzies, the moves.
The issue with them is the defense. It's like the perimeter.
But I think they'll step up. But I think they'll step up because Giannis, when the playoffs begins,
I think for Giannis, there's no question with the interior.
You would back.
Of course, you've got to
for the front court, fine, but for the back court,
because the guards and wings of the East. Ubia will have a field day
against Dame and then Malik Beasley.
Spurs, we played their backs and Devin had 30, a very efficient 30.
Wow.
I think all the guards really enjoyed themselves.
Is it that Dame or Malik Beasley? That's like the worst two-man defensive line.
But even with the back,
and if in the back there's a Lopez has lost a step defense.
Exactly. From last year being a defensive player
against the Warriors, I think Warriors really exposed him. Warriors really exposed him because now he's a step slower.
Their whole defense is Giannis.
When maybe he's not in the drop and he comes to the level and he's trying to he's in the perimeter trying to defend, getting back or chasing players is so hard for him. But with Dame, we are like the point of attack defense is bad. But I think in some past games, like the few games, he's been playing good defense. It's not the best, but it's okay.
So let me end it with this question. We know the Boston Celtics are number one when it comes to championship favorites or Eastern Conference Finals favorites.
Lake Town.
Should we settle this and say the Milwaukee Bucks are number two to make the Eastern Conference Finals?
I think it's the number 2 spot is theirs.
It's up for grabs.
Yeah, now and there. But for now, I think they have it locked.
Pacers, Nyame.
Are you sure?
Then because Knicks.
Because if Knicks get their pieces, like defense in the playoffs,
Miami could even make some.
Honestly, they make my points all based off when the game slows down in April.
Exactly.
That's when we play real basketball.
That's when you need your stars.
Knicks were good last season.
Then I think it's time.
It'll be okay.
Then it's great for Milwaukee. But what grade are we giving Milwaukee?
A B.
I think because of Doc Rivers, I'm giving them a D.
They
took like 10 steps backwards. I mean, how can you hire the advisor of the person?
Hey, Charlie.
But Doc has improved.
Exactly.
Even their defense has improved.
They're actually playing.
They are playing good defense.
Offense.
Boss.
Bobby Portis. Look at Bobby Portis before.
If the players in the score, will not be the coach.
But Doc, I think the question mark is what he does in the playoffs.
In the playoffs,
exactly.
That's it.
So does that give you hope? Does that give you hope?
No, I don't. If you look at his playoff record, I don't really believe in Doc Rivers. I'm not a Doc Rivers fan, but at least before give him credit.
You know one great thing about the teams like the Milwaukee Bucks, Miami Heat, Boston Celtics is we'll have another chance to speak about them because they'll make the playoffs. So we'll definitely come back for this one. But that is grading all the Eastern Conference teams. In fact, part of the Eastern Conference teams. So we'll definitely come back with part 2 for this one. I think this one was insightful. It gave you a review of how the teams have gone. It's been excellent today. We had a great session. I hope you enjoyed this one. Subscribe to the Prrrr channel for more of the basketball content. We're out for this one.